Hello YouTube, here's some pictures and a bit of a video about the restoration of my Mark 5 BSA Meteor. It only cost me 35 quid from the local gun shop, but it was in a bit of a state. The stock was dull and battered, the trigger guard and barrel were quite badly rusted and pitted. It's surprising how quick you can pull one of these to pieces. It came down to a pile of bits in just a couple of minutes. The only thing to be really careful of is taking out the mainspring. The stock was birch. I stripped it all back with paint stripper and sandpaper, really pale. I stained it using Birchwood Casey's walnut stain. That says to dilute with water on the bottle. I didn't, I used it straight and put a few coats on. I wanted it nice and dark. Then I used their True Oil, several coats over several days. The finished results are quite good for first attempt, I think. I'm quite happy with it. I used paint stripper again and wet and dry paper on the barrel and the cylinder. They painted these black, they're not blued, they're covered in horrible black paint. And then I used, again, Birchwood Casey's Cold Blue, which was okay, but I found I got a better finish if I warm the metal up with a hairdryer. Try it yourself, but I think if you put it on evenly and take your time, you get quite a good finish, but whether it'll last, we shall see. You can see the old spring next to the new one. The old one is obviously well squashed over the years. It's just over an inch shorter than the new one. The only other bits I changed were the breech seal, the piston seal and the buffer washer. The breech seal, you can see, just hooks out, new one pushes in. My piston head was a bit of a problem. It seems it's the wrong one for the rifle. It's got room for two seals and should only have one. And the new buffer washer wouldn't fit between the piston and the piston head. I could have bought a new piston head, but I was in a hurry and I didn't want to spend the money, so I cut the new buffer washer in half so that it was half the thickness, and managed to get it to fit. It's probably not perfect, but it works. And then basically I covered it all in air rifle grease and rebuilt it. The only other thing really to be aware of is refitting that mainspring. It really is a challenge without spring compressors. I managed it, but I'm not sure I'd do it again. I think if I did another one, I'd go to the gun shop and ask them to fit the spring for me. I've only fired a few shots through it since I put it back together, but it works, and it works well, and I'll do another video when I've got it. Maybe do some accuracy testing with it. The spare parts I bought were from John Nibbs International, who you can find at www.airgunspares.com. They were very helpful on the phone, and the website's good as well. And that's it really. I hope this is some use to anyone who fancies restoring one.